In this lesson, I will be going over how to write a theme paragraph using both primary and secondary sources. This means that you have been assigned a novel or short story to read and analyze, which is going to be the primary source. It also means that you will have to do some research and apply what you have learned to your analysis. Obviously, you will need to read and understand the primary source, but you will also have to spend some time on the research. Your research can go off in a few directions. First, you can use databases like BadgerLink to research your primary source directly. Here's an example that came from a search on Knight. You could also take a different approach within BadgerLink by researching specific ideas and theories. Here are a few articles about a psychologist who has some theories about what motivates people to become heroes or villains, which can be applied to nearly every piece of literature you can read. Another approach is to spend time reading informative texts that interest you. Here's a book I'm currently reading because I find the author fascinating. This is an informative text that has changed the way I view the world around me. Here is another informative text that I have referred to many times in class. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens is a popular informative text that you have probably heard of. This is a text I will be using for a secondary source and an example I am going to share with you later. A theme paragraph like this can stand alone, but it is often part of a 5-paragraph essay. Let's take a moment to go over that structure. Remember that an introduction is going to start with an attention getter, and that attention getter is then going to transition into our thesis statement. So here is a thesis statement. To Kill a Mockingbird proves that a person's community grows from being open-minded, observant, and loyal. So this is a 3-part thesis statement about being open-minded, observant, and loyal. So the first body paragraph is going to be a Malelic paragraph about being open-minded. The second body paragraph is going to be about being observant, and the third body paragraph is going to be about being loyal. Then we're going to close this essay with a conclusion, and that conclusion is going to contain that brief summary, and then a strong final thought. So for our example here, we are going to be focusing on this body paragraph right here. So here is the first body paragraph of that essay. So feel free to pause the video and read it more closely, but you should be able to notice the structure. We have the main idea, the elaboration of the main idea. We have our first link coming from our secondary source. Then we have our explanation of that link. Then we have our link that's from our primary source. And then we have our explanation of that link, and we close the paragraph with that concluding idea. Now, I decided to put the secondary source first and use the primary source second, but that is a choice you need to make as the writer. In some cases, you might prefer to flip that around. You could put the primary source first and the secondary source second if you think that works better. That concludes this quick lesson on how to implement secondary sources into your writing. Thanks for taking the time to watch this lesson. Don't forget that the key to writing a good paragraph or essay is the research. Learn something and apply it to the primary source. Good luck with all that research, and good luck with your writing.